and welcome back to art class. What we're going to do this week is you are going to be creating a self-portrait. What is a self-portrait? Well, a portrait is a picture of a person or an object or an animal, and you get your portraits done every year when you get your school pictures taken. That's your school portrait. But a self-portrait is a portrait that you make of yourself. You take self-portraits all the time, especially if you have a cell phone. What do you think a selfie is? It's a self-portrait, just on your phone. But we are going to be drawing our self-portraits with a special folding surprise featuring something that you have definitely been wearing a lot of lately, and that would be your mask. So we're going to draw a portrait that shows you wearing your mask, and then when you unfold the paper, you are showing your beautiful face underneath. I drew one right here of myself. You can see I have a really fun background here. I have my rainbow mask on. You can tell it's me because I made sure that I drew my green eyes. And then when you fold it open, right? I think I did a pretty good job. It's a pretty spitting image of myself, if I say so. So I'm going to teach you how to create this folding mask selfie. I'm going to show you how to draw a couple different ones with some different hairstyles. You can see that my hair is long and easy to draw. I'll show you how to do one with a ponytail. I'll show you a couple shorter hairstyles for the boys, and then you can get to work creating your very own masked up selfies. Let's get started.
To work on your portraits, you're going to need a sheet of paper to draw on. I'm using drawing paper, but computer paper, copy paper will work just as fine. So can notebook paper if that's all you have. Work with what you have at home. Something to draw with. I'm going to be using a Sharpie so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but pencil really is best just in case you need to erase or fix anything. You're also going to need something to color with. I have crayons and colored pencils that I used when I was making the example that I showed you before. The first thing that we need to do with our paper is we need to fold it. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to fold the bottom up to the top. Make sure that my edges are lined up nice and even. And now I'm going to take my top flap, sorry, we're a little blurry there. I'm going to take the top flap of my paper and I'm going to fold that down to the bottom part of my fold. So when you're looking at your paper from the side, you should have this bigger piece back here and this little flap in the front here, like this. Because when we draw our self-portrait, you'll be able to pull this part down to expose your portrait. So let's move on to the drawing part. Keeping my paper closed, I'm going to draw the part of my portrait with my mask on first. So right above this fold, I'm going to start drawing my eyes. They're going to be kind of like little half circles with a little horizontal line, a little half moon like that. And then you can also draw in your iris, that's the colored part of your eye, and your pupils. And I'm just going to color that right in with my marker right there. You can add some eyebrows and some eyelashes if you'd like. And then I am going to draw the top of my head right there. I'm also going to add in the tops of my ears. Now, since with my example I had long hair, I'm going to draw this one with kind of like a ponytail. So I'm actually going to draw some of the hair on top of the head here. Here's my little ponytail holder and how I can have hairstyle comes down like that. I'm still going to have my ponytail come down here in the front, and then when I open up the paper, I will draw the end of the ponytail here as well. Now while this is closed, we're also going to add our mask. Right here between your eyes, we can't see our noses because our mask is covering them, of course, but I'm going to kind of use my finger and make a little mark right down here where my chin would be. Starting here very slowly, you're going to draw a line that comes down to meet that point and then comes right back up. I can also finish off my ears here. And now I'm going to draw my mask. I can also make another little dot right here where the top of my mask would be. And there's my mask. You can add whatever kind of designs you want to your mask. I'm going to make this one a floral one that I can color in later. I encourage you to make some kind of pattern with your mask. Really make it bright, colorful, and also draw things that help tell me a little bit something about you and things that you enjoy doing. And this is the outside of our mask. We also want to make sure, oh, before I forget, and 2 little lines to show your neck. Now I'm going to jump back to my first one to finish drawing the face. So I'm going to open up my paper and I'm going to take the same steps that I took with the mask. I'm going to make a little line down here at the bottom just to mark it, and I am going to draw the rest of my face down to touch and back up. I can also complete my ears. And I'm going to give myself my nose right here. And you can draw whatever kind of mouth you want to draw. Now, in my example, I gave myself a really big smile. Maybe I might just want to have a closed mouth smile. I like to do closed mouth smiles sometimes and have like a cheek or something like that. You could also give yourself earrings if you'd like. I gave myself some fun dangly ones here in my example. Pull that one back up. I am going to complete my ponytail again. And then we can also start to add our outfit. So give yourself a neck and your shoulders. And you can use this opportunity to draw a little something about you that tells me something about you. Maybe if you play a sport, you might want to draw yourself in your uniform for whatever sport you play, or if you have a favorite team that you like to root for. You can take this as an opportunity to also just kind of decorate your shirt with maybe your favorite band or your favorite cartoon, or just make a cool pattern. I'm just going to make like a really cool shirt here that I think I'm actually going to do some stripes on my sleeves. It's a short sleeve shirt, and then I'm just going to add some polka dots in here that I can color later. Just to kind of add a little jazz, give myself some stuff to color because I want to make her really, really colorful. And then you can add some cool stuff in the background. Maybe, you know, some cool lines and shapes. Maybe just some flowers or a stripe pattern. You could just color it one color if you really want to, but take this as an opportunity to kind of tell me a little something about you. If you know how to do bubble letters, you could, you know, make some, you know, things behind you that maybe tell me a little something about you, like that you're a really kind kid, or maybe that you kind, cool, caring, things like that. So if you want to play around with some bubble letters there, you can totally feel free to do that as well. That'll give you some more stuff to color. Maybe you want to draw like a pet behind you. Really whatever you want. Use your imagination and have fun with it. After you're all done with your drawing, you can get started with your coloring. Remember, you can use whatever it is that you have at home to color with, whether that be crayons, colored pencils, markers. Just have fun with it and make it super colorful. One thing to make sure of when you're coloring is make sure that when your paper is closed that your backgrounds match, so that when you open, everything makes sense as one big picture. You can see what I did with mine here is I had started making these really cool patterns around my face, and then when I closed it, I realized that part of my patterns were cut off. So I kind of added them in here and then added a few extra spirals so that my whole picture works together. Like that.
And there we go. And that's your assignment for today. So go ahead, make those masked up self-portraits, and make sure you send your completed work to me on Teams so I can see what they look like. Can't wait to see your beautiful artwork, and I'll see you again next week. Bye. See you next time.